Well, to start off, when you're talking about just in general and catching our eye, the first thing is response time or reaching out. Candidates that are more communicative will bring more attention to recruiters. And then when they send a very clear and concise email and resume, that's when it basically is the number one thing that catches your eye, makes you want to work with them first and get them fully vetted and going.
Why is that?
It just seems that they're on the ball, they're organized, they're clean, they're going to be easy to work with. If you have to chase someone down for a resume or to get something cleaned up on their resume or ask them to fix things or it's trouble to get in touch with them, it's kind of like, we call it a red flag. Not necessarily, a lot of us are busy in this world, but at the same time, the ones that are very clear, concise, to the point, and respond quickly are the ones that catch us up first. So,
Are there any small resume tips you wish more candidates knew? Like things that
something
make
that
it easier to advocate for them.
Yeah, so one thing would be to keep it very short and sweet. You want to have your contact information up top. You want to have your education and your experience, the most important things that align with the position that you're applying for, right there on the front page. Not to say that you can't have more than a one-page resume, but the one-page resumes catch a recruiter's attention way quicker than a five-page.
Okay, so can you describe to me like the ideal outline of a resume?
So if you're looking at it in a one page, right in front of you, you've got the name, the contact information, very clear and concise, a good way to get in touch with a candidate. So that way someone is reaching out to you quickly. The next thing would be either your education or your work experience. You can kind of choose which one you would prefer. That is not necessarily, some recruiters prefer to have the experience on top. Other recruiters prefer the experience on top. So it really doesn't matter. As long as it's clear and concise and short and to the point, especially in this day and age where there's so many resumes coming through, you want to be clear, concise, quick, and to the point.
Following up on that, does more specific information on a resume make it more helpful, like numbers versus just roles and responsibilities?
Yeah, so for example, one of the big things in special education, especially with special education teachers, we want to see the special education certificate. There will be people that go online on your LinkedIn, on your Indeed, on your social media pages that will apply for a job, and you'll see maybe their North Carolina or whatever state license, but you will not see a special education certificate. For example, if you have that clear and concise at the top and you're applying for a special education, that's going to have us know this person knows what they're doing. They've done this before, and we want to get in contact with them immediately because we have their endorsement, and that's an easy person to work with. So if that's at the top of your resume, that's going to catch a recruiter's eye right off the bat, because sometimes people will apply for special education roles, but they don't have a special education certificate and license.